What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to review apparently, what vegan schoolgirls eat plus sports day racing. And we're going into this video with the assumption that the most important part of a diet is a base nutrient density and the removal of inflammatory foods. That means consuming at least a few hundred calories of high quality animal foods per day, i.e. wild caught fish, pastured eggs, wild caught meats, and not having too much inflammatory foods in your diet or foods you are allergic to. That is the basis of knowledge I am coming from when critiquing this video. And I have not watched this, so it's going to be kind of, well, I hate to use the word organic, but it's going to be my initial first reaction to this video. I've never watched this before, and I'm just going to say what I think of these foods. And yeah, I mean, we all know it's probably going to be along the lines of, all right, this doesn't have vitamins, but we'll see what it is.
Or six of them, but I realized, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I was hoping to do what my kids eat in a day, like all six of them, but I realized very early on that it's like not going to be possible. The children have so many different commitments. They do pretty much eat like all of the same foods, but
The only thing like about her appearance, I'm looking at her hairline and it just seems like her hair does not look healthy. It looks very brittle. Her hair looks incredibly dry and like wispy. I mean, I usually don't I like to me like completely objective. That to me that's very noticeable and unhealthy. I can't say anything about her face or her skin. I don't know. I'm terrible at telling if people are wearing makeup or not, but I know she is. So I can't really speak on her skin or anything because she's wearing makeup, but I can safely say that the parts of her hair that are untreated, which are like the lines, like the ends at the scalp, especially at the scalp here, it just looks very, very unhealthy. Could be possibly be a lack of collagen, a lack of various vitamins in the diet. If you remove animal foods from your diet, there are multiple things in animal foods that will promote the growth of nails, the growth of hair, the keratin, whether it's collagen, vitamin A, the metabolism of vitamin D, the high mineral content, the high bioavailability of all those nutrients is what contributes to hair growth, not one specific thing in animal foods. It's not like you just take a collagen supplement or whatever. That's not how it works.
just at different times. So it's quite hard for me to like capture it all on camera. So I decided just to focus on Elsie and Iris, and I thought that they would be a good option because today is their sports day at school. So we're going to make a big picnic and go down to the school, and I'm going to get to share their lunch with them and also watch them run races, do team games. So I'm really excited for that. It's another lovely hot day outside too. Um, this video is also in collaboration with Mika Stauffer. Oh my goodness, this woman is just amazing. I found her a few months back just looking through her videos. She is vegan, she's bringing up her children vegan.
Oh
She's
God,
got
help
like
me.
amazing what I eat in a day videos. She's got like lifestyle hacks, cleaning hacks, mum hacks, day in the lives, homeschooling routines. Like her channel is like the epitome of what I like, the kind of things that I look for in a YouTube channel. And she is like beautiful, she's kind. Um, we've really connected. So I highly recommend.
Unrelated to diet, the reason she likes her is because it's confirming that her lifestyle is good. She's seeing someone else doing exactly what she's doing, a vegan mom doing all these things, being attractive, being pretty, being active. It's her. That life is promoting what she's doing and confirming her bias in what she's doing. And there are pros and cons to everyone's lives and everything, but to say that's what I know, that's what I'm thinking. The reason she says she likes her and that's what she looks for is because it gives her confidence in what she's doing. You know, possibly a lack of objective thought here. Who knows?
Recommend that you guys check her out. I will leave a link to her channel in the description box below. And if you do go over and say hi, make sure you let her know that you are Tyra fan. Let's get on with the video.
Why don't you also ask her how big of a check she cut, right?
Everything is hopeless when Hi guys! My name's Elsie. I'm 10 years old and I'm a vegan. And this is my little sister. I am, I am, I am Iris and I'm 5 years old and I'm vegan. In today's video, we're going to be showing you everything we eat in a day. And I'm really excited because today is our school sports day. And at lunchtime, I'm going to be coming down for a huge picnic. So let's get on to the picnic. For breakfast, they have porridge. So I'm just thinking porridge. I'm making everybody's porridge. We can share it. It's a bit boiling. So this is my breakfast, all finished and ready to eat. Here's Iris's. She has some chocolate on top, and on the side she has some strawberries and raspberries. So let's go and eat this now.
I didn't see what was in that.
So this is my breakfast, all finished and ready to eat.
All right, so they made porridge with oats.
I'm making everybody's porridge. The breakfast, all finished and ready to eat.
So they don't really show what's in it. It just looks
She
like
has
oats,
some chocolate.
oats, flax
So
seeds,
let's
and
go
fruit.
and eat this now. Both of my schoolgirls are in their PE kits for sports.
Oh wait, that's a girl? Okay, I'm oh, I'm confused. Okay, so I'll just talk on a couple notes. The meal they're eating right now is pure carbohydrates and pure sugar. Like, if you asked anyone what was in that and the nutrient content of that, they would say, oh, there's carbohydrates and they're getting EPA and DHA from the flax seeds. But I've talked about in my past video that the bioavailability of EPA and DHA from flax seeds due to poor conversion rates is very bad. They would literally have to put a few tablespoons of flaxseed oil into that oatmeal. It's like, watch that video. I'm gonna just summarize it. I'm not gonna explain it. Flax seeds or flaxseed oil are so prohibitively not bioavailable in regards to nutrients that you would have to put an unobtainable amount in your food to obtain adequate nutrition from them. It's not possible. It's like saying you have to eat 10 pounds of broccoli a day. It's never gonna happen. Uh, and the other thing I just wanted to talk on is generally just the facial structure of these kids. And although it doesn't look too horrendous to me, uh, you know, definitely noticeable, very, very narrow faces. So if you look how close their eyes are together in general, I mean, that's how I am too. Like, it's not, the eyes are closer together. The upper face looks somewhat reasonably proportioned, but the lower jaw is very, very, very narrow. The teeth are crowded. You know, the teeth are very crowded. They're not coming in naturally. These kids are going to need braces, unfortunately. So this is hard for me to explain because if you don't have an like Weston, if you read Weston Price's book Nutrition and Physical Degeneration, look at pictures of indigenous groups, look at pictures of certain models or celebrities. Facial development is 100% determined by the nutrient density throughout your mother's pre-pregnancy, pregnancy, the health of the egg, the health of the father's sperm. It's determined by their nutrient density during breastfeeding. It's determined by nutrient density during early stages of life. And the general guideline for facial development is the wider the face is and the more proportioned the face is, the higher the nutrient density is. Wide enough jaw to accommodate all the teeth, wider face, the eyes are further apart and more aesthetically pleasing. It's To me, it's a no-brainer and it's very simple, but that's not something most people notice.
I'm coming later. I'm bringing a picnic, and I'm gonna watch you run around.
But I mean, it's very, very obvious that these children have narrow faces and crowding of the teeth, without a doubt.
Play games, and have fun. Okay? You excited, Iris? Are you excited? None of you have done a sports day before, so you don't really know what it consists of, but it is going to be really fun. Yeah, I'm going to pack the picnic bag whilst you two girls are at school, and I will see you there at around 11:45-ish. Okay? We're not near the house yet. Yeah. But I want to do the house as well. Why? Because they didn't have they just said who wants to go and go around the house because they didn't have enough people, so I just put my hand up. Okay. Apparently Elsie is running in quite a lot of races.
So this this girl right now, she has her mouth open, breathing through her mouth. Another sign of improper facial development. So what happened? This is back to Weston Price's book. What happens when the face doesn't develop properly? The the airways impeded, the muscles in the jaw aren't developed properly, and the child doesn't sleep properly. It's like a combined effect. The reason the child is mouth breathing and the reason their face develops like that is because of their poor sleeping patterns and how they sleep. The reason they're sleeping like that is because of the facial development. So it's not like it's not diet is not directly correlated to the end result of the face, but it plays a role in it. It's like uh, you eat a proper diet, your face develops properly, you sleep well. If you don't eat a proper diet, your face does not develop properly, which causes problems sleeping, which results in uh, the further change in regards to a negative way in the jaw and the facial structure. So it's a combined effect. Like, let's say the lack of nutrient density causes the face to be narrower, it causes the eyes to be closer together, not to be enough space in the mouth for the teeth, and then because the child sleeps with their mouth open, their jaw recedes forward, it tilts forward, they get various malocclusions, underbites, and overbites.
Is that you? Yeah, I want to eat all of them. I want to eat long distance, sprint, and relay. Excellent. I have no idea what it is. And I can't wait to see what you're doing, little princess. Right, should we get going? Yeah. Time to go. Lovely sunny sports day. So for the girls' lunch, guys, I'm packing 2 of these vegetable and fruit smoothies, carrots, sugar snap peas, sunflower seeds, quinoa puffs. They're jalapeno and cheddar flavor, but they're vegan. So haven't tried these before, but they look amazing. I've got some of these apple and summer berry juices. They've been in the freezer, so they're nice and cold, just to make sure everyone's hydrated. The girls have got their water bottles with them as well. And then in this mammoth package, we have lots of bagels, just filled with like some vegan cheese.
So that was a lot of food, wasn't it? For lunch? You got the juice. This is just sugar. It's sugar. It's pasteurized juice. They could say it's full of fiber, it's full of nutrients, doesn't have vitamins, doesn't have minerals in any significant bioavailable amount. So we're still on the trend for the day of just carbohydrates and sugar and energy, no actual nutrient content. Then she packed some vegetables, some sugar snap peas, some carrots, and again, sugar snap peas and carrots are just these are just fiber and vegetation, and the nutrient availability of these is incredibly low. And then these cheese puffs, I don't really need to speak about those, but it's in people like just buy things because they're vegan. It's more about being vegan, and they correlate being vegan with being healthy. It's not a good thing. I thought she already I thought she already gave them the juice. I don't know why she has this if she has a juice drink. But more sugar water, okay. And then some bagels with vegan cream cheese or whatever. More sugar, more bread, more carbs. And then they had the sunflower seeds. So the thing about the the bagel with the whatever the vegan cream cheese is, possibly inflammatory fats, polyunsaturated fats. Sunflower seeds, inflammatory polyunsaturated fats. Very poor omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. Definitely a highly inflammatory food. But uh, the overall this diet is they do have some foods that I would consider healthy for a person to eat. They have strawberries in there, they have oats in there, they have snap peas, they have carrots. And there's nothing necessarily inherently wrong with eating those foods. But there's no nutrient content to those foods except for possibly an energy from the carbohydrate and sugar intake. And then the other foods they're eating are just super high in sugar and inflammatory because I mean they don't have any nutrients in them, or they're very inflammatory polyunsaturated fats. And this is the main reason a vegan diet is so unhealthy. People consume, yes, some people consume a whole foods plant-based diet that's vegan, and they don't consume any super inflammatory fats or any negative inflammatory foods on a vegan diet. But even then, just grains and legumes and everything inherently are lowly inflammatory in regards to anti-nutrients. So you can't really win. It's just these foods that they're eating, the carrots, the snap peas, the oats, in the context of a diet where someone has adequate nutrient density from animal foods, they're fine. They're not going to cause too many problems if they're not consumed in large amounts. When they're consumed only by themselves, they can cause problems. And when they're consumed with the addition of just inflammatory foods, then you're completely screwed.
Is it yummy? She said, no, it's not yummy. They look yummy.
So not only is it unhealthy for them, they don't even like it.
Come on! Come on, Iris! Keep running! Well done! Good go, Iris!
So for a snack, Mum has made us some grapes and
She made them grapes. Like guys, I've been cooking for like 5 years. If any of you guys know how to make grapes, please let me know.
cocoa oat Shrek bars. yeah. So which one do you want to have first? How about we have some grapes? Yeah, because grapes are healthier. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love grapes. You should. Do you remember the ones that taste a bit different, these green ones? One kind of grapes. Yeah, cotton candy. I love it, and they're so amazing. Yeah, should do those guys. Oh no, I pee tomorrow. Well, I think I do. Do you not like these? Because you ordered chocolate. Yeah, like so lighter because it has chocolate on the top and then it has like oats on here. It's like so delicious. I mean, oh my gosh.
I need
This girl's
to
a little
take
funny.
Iris to ballet
I like
in
her.
about half an hour, and then we have tumble for Max, Jean,
Let's see if there's any more food in this video. Okay, there is.
a busy evening. But before that,
That meal, I mean, again, we're just seeing sugar and inflammatory processed vegan foods. Like regardless of whether it was oats or chocolate, or chocolate is very, very high in phytic acid. I believe oxalates too. It's a very inflammatory food, and the fatty acid ratios are very poor, super inflammatory. And regardless of whether it was oats or some sort of grain in it, doesn't matter. It's a processed grain. It's heated. It's bleached. It's no nutrient content whatsoever in that meal. Only possibility would be inflammatory foods and just a high sugar content.
I'm just going to make a smoothie. I've got mature dates, 3 bananas, some organic oat drink,
Here's the
some
typical vegan
pinto
smoothie.
beans, and some frozen blueberries. Tell everyone what you've got for dinner.
You know what my pet peeve is? All these vegans, they have, look, hey, dates, bananas, oat milk, blueberries, but then you put pinto beans in it. Why don't you just have the nice sugary shake without the pinto beans, enjoy it, and then eat the pinto beans for dinner? Like, this drives me crazy. Listen, I should make a whole video on this. If you make a shake and you put 2 spinach leaves in it, you're out of your goddamn mind. 100%. You're out of your mind because you're putting one little food in there that's not even, like, you put spinach in a shake. First of all, it has oxalates in it and anti-nutrients in it, so you're removing the nutrient content of whatever you're eating anyways. There's nothing in spinach that's good for you. Just people that just think it's good for you. And you're ruining your shake. Why would you eat oh my god. I'm sure some of you guys are on the same page, but
Pinto beans and some frozen blueberries. Tell everyone what you've got for dinner.
Paw Patrol pasta.
You've got Paw Patrol pasta.
Yeah, this is Everest.
That's Everest.
Yeah.
Do you like your Paw Patrol pasta?
I'm eating Paw Patrol.
And what have you got on top of your Paw Patrol pasta?
Protein.
No, not protein. Do you remember what it's called?
B12.
B12, yeah. And what's
so nutritional yeast is doesn't naturally contain B12. It's added to it, and it's not a bioavailable form for humans. It's not to my understanding. And then it's just broccoli, what is that, cucumber, and corn. It's just fiber. There's no nutrients in it. It's just fiber and carbs, and possibly inflammatory specifically from the corn, nutritional yeast, the anti-nutrients in the broccoli, nitriles, goitrogens, whatever it may be. What else can I talk about in this meal? Just high carbohydrates. And let's see if there's any more food for the day.
Yeah, what have you got?
A broccoli. Sweet corn. Cucumber.
Yay.
And my plate.
Yeah, your new water bottle. Show everybody that you know how to open your water bottle.
There's water inside. So you put this down and press this little button.
Whoa, expert.
That's all every day, guys. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys. So, guys, I just got back from chair and I'm super hungry. I'm always so hungry after I get back from tumble. So, Dad has made me some beans on toast. It was
Okay.
supposed to be beans on toast, but we didn't have any bread, so we just used some bagels instead. So yeah, guys, I'm just gonna eat this. I can't wait 'cause I'm starving. So don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay. Man. Okay, so beans on toast. I mean, it's just inflammatory processed bread in the bagel, and the beans are inflammatory processed beans. I don't really want to speak to more, but it's just their whole day is inflammatory carbohydrates and high sugar foods mixed in with what some people consider healthy foods and natural plant-based foods. And there's no significant vitamin content in this diet. There's no, you know, it's not a diet void of inflammation. This diet is not. I think I've hammered my point enough in this video, and I don't really have to explain it anymore. But I will definitely summarize it with how much food did these little girls eat? That's crazy. And she was still hungry at the end of the day. What did she? They had the big bowl of oats and berries for breakfast. They had that giant ass lunch with like the fruit juice, the bagels, the Cheeto puffs, and then they had the more fruit juice. Then they had that giant shake for a snack of sugar. Then they had the corn, the broccoli, the pasta for dinner, and then she had more. How many grams? What did this girl eat? This girl probably ate more carbohydrates than I did when I was bodybuilding. Like that is crazy. They are. Oh my god! I don't. There's so many things wrong like that. You would have to be blind not to see. The use of these foods that are unnatural to obtain in the context of a modern diet versus uh, even a diet 50 to 75 years ago. The sheer volume of the food they're eating, and these girls are still hungry. The facial structure, the facial development, the way they're acting. To me, it's a no-brainer. Sorry this video was so long, guys. I guess I didn't really plan on that, but let me know what you think. I kind of feel bad for these girls, but hey, there's so many millions of people in this world right now that are in worse shape, So what are you gonna do?